welcome to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. I'm ReneMarie, and we are so going to have an awesome show today. I am so excited about the special guest we have. His name is Louis Venaria. Venaria?
No, you said
Venaria. Before we get to that segment of the show, I think it's really important for me to bring some awareness to a passion of mine. As most of you know, if you've watched my show before, I am a stroke survivor. And I've started a foundation called ReneMarie's Language of Love, and it supports strokes, and it also supports aphasia. And June is aphasia month. Aphasia's really a passion of mine because people never heard of it before. When I say it to them,
I've never heard of it.
Yes,
No.
it's
Aphasia.
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 Yes.
Okay.
And honestly, it is when you have a brain injury or stroke or a trauma to the brain, and you can't think or speak. And most of the doctors and medical out there in the universe say that it really just has to do with speech. But being on the inside out, someone that has suffered from it, I remember not being able to think, and sometimes my words get scrambled in my brain. So I believe that it has to do with both in my world. But today we're gonna really bring some awareness to strokes around the world, and we're gonna light a candle, a simple white candle, which is right on the desk. Can you? Yes, here we go. Okay, so here's our candle. And you don't want to light it?
Okay.
You don't want to be honorary? Okay, so
It's 3 little
Louis
wicks
is going to light the candle, and while he's lighting it, we're really going to hope and pray that
I don't set the studio on fire.
That's it. Don't set the studio on fire after the show. No, we can't do that. Anyway, so can you do it?
No. I don't think I could be the honorary thing here.
No, you have to. Let me show you. Oh, there you go.
Got it.
All right, so we're lighting this candle because June is Aphasia Awareness Month, and we really very simply wanted everybody in the entire world when they to light a candle every day. And when you're lighting that candle, like Louis is lighting it for us here today, that you remember aphasia, and you remember all the people in the universe and in the world who can't really communicate. And think about it. Think about how important it is when something that we take so for granted in our world that you can't communicate. So when you're talking to somebody who you goes through your brain that has a little bit of there's something off about them, just have a little compassion. So we lit this candle. Thank you so much for lighting it. Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you.
And we really hope that around the world that you light a candle every day for aphasia, because June is Aphasia Month, and post it on my Facebook or Twitter it to me, ReneMarie777, and I hope that we start the conversation about aphasia. Okay, so that being said, we're going to get to some fun, exciting information with Louis. Hi, Louis.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very happy to be here.
Nice to be
Very
here.
happy to be here.
Thank you. And of course, down on the end, we have Judy, our special correspondent, she really is my right-hand person. Louis will tell you that when you're in the industry, you really need to have a team around you that helps you and supports you. And
Absolutely.
Judy is that for me.
Thank you so
She's absolutely wonderful.
The faceless people are the most important.
Yes.
The people that you don't see.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
yes.
need them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have a good team here.
Yes. Oh my God, the Madhouse TV
Yeah.
team, Vicky and Tom,
Yeah,
and
they're great.
Vicky and Janine, Tommy and Janine, they're awesome.
They're great.
We're so privileged to have this platform. We are.
Definitely.
So we're going to talk a lot today with you. We have a lot of exciting information. We're going to have a personal conversation. We're going to play some games. But let's start out with, you know what? Before we go into that, I forgot to mention that for our next show, which is June 18th, right? June 18th, Liz Giordano, Chief Executive Officer at the Head Injury Association. Could you put her photo up on the screen for 2 seconds?
There she is.
There we go. There she is. She's going to be our
pretty.
special guest. Yes, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's going to be our special guest on our next show. So let's get right into Louis's information. So how did you begin in the industry? Like, what made you become an actor?
Well, I was a singer first. I always wanted to be a singer, and actually, this actor used to come into my nickname is Scoops because my parents owned an ice cream store in the Bronx on Middletown and Crosby Avenue.
That's what I have you on my phone,
Yeah,
as Louis Scoops.
Yeah, so they owned an ice cream store, so I worked there. So they called me Louis Scoops. Nobody knew my last name because it's such a pain to say, right?
No.
Well, you said it right.
Venaria.
Some people say Venaria. I don't like the way that sounds.
No, I don't either.
But I like Venaria. So anyway, but they knew me as Scoops, and an actor friend used to come into the ice cream parlor all the time. His name was Mike Starr, and I'll tell you who he was. He was the guy who Kevin Costner beat up in the Bodyguard.
Oh, yeah,
He was also
yeah.
in Dumb and Dumber when they screamed in his ears. Like, anyway, he was doing these little parts. He was the clown in Uncle Buck, and he was doing all these parts. And he would come in and say, "Louis, we want to get you. You should try acting." And I said, "You're the actor, Mike. I'm the singer. I'll stick to what I'm good at. You stick to it." And he said, "No, I'm going to get you an audition." So he got me a couple of auditions. And one of the auditions was a spin-off from the movie Married to the Mob,
Yeah.
which was with Michelle Pfeiffer and I think Matthew Modine.
Right.
Well, they were going to do a spin-off on, I think it was CBS, that they were going to recast the Michelle Pfeiffer and the Matthew Modine part. And I was a kid, and I got the part as to play one of their kids. And we shot it for CBS. They didn't pick it up. Nobody picked it up. And but through that I got an agency, and I got and they started sending me on auditions, and a couple of months later I
How
booked,
old were you?
15.
Wow.
I turned 16, I think, on the set of Bronx Tale, which was the movie I got,
Wow.
which really started my career, because we were the Bronx Tale, because De Niro, it was his debut of directing.
Right.
So
right.
everybody was really
Wow.
checking it out. So when we got casted as the Bronx Tale Boys, De Niro's boys,
Right.
we were
You were in.
yeah.
You were in.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah,
in.
and then there were actors all over the big actors who wanted to work with De Niro
Right.
as his directorial debut,
Right.
and he wanted to use unknowns,
Right.
which was lucky for me.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
you're from the Bronx.
And also, me and Chaz were the only. A few of the other guys were from the Bronx, but I mean, out of the main characters, Chaz was from Fordham, I was from Pelham Bay, Lilo was from Yonkers, Joey was from Brooklyn, which is all.
Covered all the areas.
Yeah, covered all the areas, but I was authentic in the way that I was from the Bronx, and I was
Right.
living in the Bronx at the time.
And you
too.
didn't have to fix the accent.
No, the accent's here.
It's,
I can't
it's,
do
it's
nothing
natural
about
for
it.
you.
Talk,
Well, that's
water.
so you did you put your music to the side?
Well, no, I started trying to get my music in, actually, to De Niro, and De Niro had me meet Sammy Cahn, who was the writer for Sinatra, who passed away shortly after I met him, but it was great to meet him. But through him, I met with Frank Military, Warner Chappell.
Wow.
I got in touch with, I met Neil Gillis, who's now the president of Round Hill Music. He's my publisher. So he did introduce me to a lot of big people in the music business.
From
So
when I was reading your bio, I mean, Frank Sinatra was really one of your idols.
he was one, yeah, and I got to work with him in a show called Young at Heart with Olympia
Wow.
Dukakis. I got to
Wow.
meet him.
That
So
must have been.
that was amazing. It was like meeting Bugs Bunny.
Yes. What part were you playing?
I was playing Olympia Dukakis' grandson in a movie called Young at Heart that Tina Sinatra produced. And it was just a thrill to meet Tina Sinatra.
Yeah, yeah.
But when we got the script, we shot it in Toronto. It was called Young at Heart. It was a TV movie. And when we got the script, the last 5 pages of the script were gone. Sometimes they do that with Sopranos. I understand they used
Right,
to
they
do
want to
that
make it a surprise.
because they don't want anybody talking about the end of the film.
Right, right, right.
So I didn't. Joe Penny was in the movie too. He played Jake and the Fat Man and Riptide and who else was in the movie? Louis Zorich, who was married to Olympia at the time. But Joe Penny and Olympia were the two big names, and I played the grandson. Actually, the future grandson. I was
Right.
dating their daughter, and Joe Penny's daughter. And so I didn't know what the last 5 pages was. I didn't care. I was in
Right.
Toronto. There was nobody to talk to about it.
I have a friend that lives in Toronto, actually, a
It
very
was
good
beautiful.
friend.
They doubled the Toronto skyline as New York.
Wow.
So it
Now, there's a
looks-
lot of, I've learned from my friend Fulvio Cesare, who's actually the vice president of our...
It looks a little like New York.
Yeah.
If you're from New York, it doesn't look anything like it.
No, but what I was going to say was they do a lot of productions, a lot of movie
lot.
shoots in Canada, Vancouver
lot.
and Toronto.
Because there's also a tax thing.
Oh, I
It's
didn't know.
cheaper. Yeah, that's why they do it. So
no.
anyway, the last 5 pages was, I found out that Frank Sinatra walks in and gives a rose to Olympia Dukakis.
Oh my God.
And I was, Frank Sinatra, and Tina Sinatra produced it. I said,
Oh my
she said,
God.
and this is how she said it. She said, well, I said, what's the last 5 pages? You gonna tell me the end of this thing? And she goes, well, Daddy's supposed to come from, Daddy's opening the show in Foxwood. He was opening the theater in Foxwood, and he
Oh
was
my
gonna come down
God.
to Toronto. I said, Daddy?
Your daddy?
Your daddy? So you're talking about Sinatra? She says, well, I call him Dad. I said,
Oh
my
my
God, I don't know
God.
if I can handle this. Now, I was in the scene too, so I got to meet Frank.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Wow, that's awesome.
I was introduced by his daughter, and I heard, you know, there were all rumors about him that he was not a nice man.
Frank
and that-
Sinatra?
Yeah, there was a lot of
There's
rumors
always
about him that he
rumors
was,
in the industry.
that he was an egomaniac and that he's not very nice. Well,
He was
I can
very nice,
speak
right?
for myself.
He was.
an absolute sweetheart.
Oh,
He
that's
was-
so good.
What a guy.
That's so good.
Great guy.
So, I mean, so you're, fast forward, what's your latest movie?
My latest movie is a movie called Friends and Romans.
Okay.
With Michael Rispoli and Annabella Ciara.
Okay.
And it's a comedy
Ah.
about 5 actors.
I think you live in this one.
I live for once.
Right. Because I remember when I saw you at
You're
the
not gonna kill me at
Westchester.
the end of the show, right?
No.
Because they usually do that.
true, I
They usually
saw
do
that.
that when I'm on camera.
I saw
No,
that scene.
I promise that you're gonna live. You'll be would you live in that show
It's
already?
the first time I'm on camera that I actually
You're gonna live?
No,
What?
I live in Friends and Romans. It's a funny movie. It's about these 5 actors who never get any lines in movies. All we do is stand behind guys, you know. So we say
Right.
we worked with Al Pacino, we worked with De Niro, but really we just stand behind them. So we decide, we realize that the true form of acting is acting on stage. So we decide to put on a play, Julius Caesar, and it's a mess. Well, with all that, we each have our own stories going on.
You
so
got
it's a
you
great-
got you got great comedy. We're
very
gonna have to
funny.
take a quick break, right, Vicki? Have to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to continue this wonderful conversation with Louis. He's absolutely wonderful. We're honored and privileged to have him here today, and we're going to talk about Mason Reese Management, who just picked you up with
Yeah.
your manager Richard
P. Radis.
P. Radis. P. Radis.
He likes Radici because he's Italian.
Ah, Radici. That's what I have down,
Yeah,
Radici.
Radici.
Okay, so we'll be right back and we'll continue this wonderful conversation. Be right back.
Time to make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
After all the candles are blown out, after the last toast of the night, Cambridge paving stones with Armortech stand the test of time. Beautifully designed, built to last. Only Cambridge paving stones have Armortech, our unique process that produces a rich, distinctive color. Create your own memories with Cambridge paving stones. Visit CambridgePavers.com.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortech will always look like new.
Hi, I'm Tom Mealy from Madhousetv, and when I'm not at the studio, I'm here at the Harrison Law Group. This is my real job. And this January 2015, Brett and I are putting together a show called Legal Straight Talk. It'll be aired on Cablevision as well as here at Madhousetv. You need to tune in. This information that we're going to be giving the public is the real deal. It's all about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So tune in this January 2015 for a new episode of Legal Straight Talk.
Hi, welcome back to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. We're having a blast today, and this segment is going to be really funny because at the end we're going to play a little game that we're going to do a little Ellen DeGenerate kind of game.
Generous, I think it's-
Degenerate?
I don't think she's a degenerate. She might be a degenerate, but her last name's degenerate.
I'm sorry, Ellen, I didn't mean to say it.
Degenerate. I'm a degenerate.
I'm a
She's a
degenerate.
degenerate.
No, listen, I know I'm a degenerate, so. I'm sorry, Ellen. Okay.
That's your aphasia.
That's my aphasia. Anyway, so we're gonna go. We have somebody joining us. It's Dean to my right.
Silva.
Woo! What's his?
Dean James Silva.
Dean James Silva. His name is. Woo!
Yeah.
And Dean works with Louis very closely. Actually wrote his song. You've written songs together.
We've written songs together. He's played for me. He's going to play tonight.
Yeah.
Today for me. He
Yeah.
plays. Give him your where they can find your songs too.
You can go to deanjamessilva.com.
Okay.
That's basically deanjamessilva.com. Or just Google Dean James Silva.
Yeah.
It's Silva with an A, not
Wow.
ER. So
Wow.
it's Silva.
And she wore silver for you.
And I
Yes.
say
She
silver
wore
in your
silver.
honor.
In honor of you, in honor of you. So I'm really happy to have you both here. I am. We're honored. Judy and I get so excited. We're like, oh my God, oh no, you know, like. But we're gonna show some photos on the screen.
We were going
Let's-
to show a clip,
Yeah, we were.
but unfortunately, my clips.
Thank God, Louis looked at the clip.
I looked at the clip before we. Well, at first I sent it,
Yes.
and then I looked at it, and I realized the characters I play don't have good mouths. They should be washed out with soap, as my mother would say. So there's a couple of F-bombs in there. So I said, you know what? We can't show this clip.
And you know the.
And I get killed in it, so there's some blood
know,
and
no.
guts.
You get killed in everything.
I know.
And
But you
I know.
come
not on
That's
this
the
show.
thing.
Well,
No.
no, you come back to life.
So it's a minute and 54 seconds of curses and blood and guts, and that's not really
and
good for stroke
I
of the
said.
lung. No.
I said that's
So let's
not
stick
my
with the
my
picks.
philosophy. So the first thing we're going to do is let's talk about your Richard Radici.
Radici.
Let's talk
Or
about him.
Radis. Yeah. Richard
He-
P.
I have him
Radici.
down as he's your new manager
Yeah,
working for.
He found me. He saw something that I did, a show that I did. It didn't get picked up, but it wound up on the internet called Geek to Guido. It was kind of funny. He turned geeks into Guidos. But anyway.
Well, they're Italian. I'm
Yeah.
Italian too.
So he saw it and he recognized me from, I
Bronx Tale.
don't know if it was Bronx Tale or something that I've been on TV. And he asked about me and they said, well, he just does Sinatra. And he has a guy that does Sinatra named Tommy Scala who does Sinatra really well. But he didn't know is that I have 2 albums out on a label called Tangerine, all original music, all
Wow.
music that I wrote.
Right,
So
right.
when he called me and said, hey, I heard you do Sinatra, I said, not really. I told him about that. He got so excited because he was looking for a contemporary artist
Yes,
who writes
yes.
and sings.
Yes.
So it was a
And I
perfect fit.
actually looked. I mean, my favorite two that I looked on iTunes for your album, which you just gave me today.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite two were "I'm Here to Entertain You" because that's our world.
Yeah, I'm
you know,
gonna,
yeah.
I'm sorry, June 15th.
June 15th.
I'm opening with that song
Ah.
at Tallulah's on
Tallulah's.
Columbus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm opening with I'm Here to Entertain You.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. And my other favorite is "House on the Hills."
House on the Hills, we're gonna have to wait on that because it's a duet. And
Okay.
maybe you can learn it and we
Okay.
can do it
It's
together.
actually one
Okay.
I wrote.
Yes.
So I would love to sing
yeah.
it with you and have
Yeah.
you play
He
it.
wrote-
One that we
he
wrote together.
90% of that. So he wrote the whole
That's
book
awesome.
and everything. Yeah.
And those songs can be purchased on?
On iTunes,
iTunes.
Amazon, Rhapsody, and if you could find a record store,
I don't know.
There's
I
a few
know.
left.
maybe a few.
Yeah, probably online, a record store. you
Yeah,
know.
I
So,
haven't seen one.
it's sad.
It's very
it's
sad.
sad.
The only place to buy CDs now
Is
is
on your phone.
Starbucks. Wow.
Yeah.
Mommy, a friend
Starbucks.
of yours started a website.
Really? What's the website?
Isn't your
Oh, Showbiz Agency.
agency?
Yeah, showbizagency.com is a website for actors, aspiring actors. What they do is they match your profile and your picture with little parts that are coming out.
Wow.
Almost like it's set up like a dating site, like if you're looking for a blonde with blue eyes,
Right.
and they match you with a blonde with blue eyes. Well, instead, you put your profile in, you put your age, you put your gender, you put
Wow.
your eye color, your hair color, and when something comes down the pike looking for someone your age and someone that fits your description, they match you up, and then with a push of the button, your profile and headshot is sent to the director or
Wow,
producer
that's an
or who's ever
excellent
casting
idea.
the role.
Awesome.
So it's called showbizagency.com.
Showbizagency.com.
And
That's awesome.
it's really good for aspiring actors because now agents, they used to just want to see a headshot and a piece of paper with your resume on it.
Right.
But now they want to see a reel,
Oh,
a minute reel, 2-minute reel, and the best actors who haven't really worked much yet say, how do you get a reel? Well, showbizagency.com, they have a lot of student films on there that they match you up with.
Wow.
It's a great place to start
Wow.
working, making
well,
a
you know,
reel.
you would think about it because a photo and a resume doesn't really have the personality shine because personalities really have to do with
Yes.
the matching the part with.
Yeah, and I used to like walking in a room and doing my auditions, but now they're doing auditions on
Skype.
Yeah, on
I know,
Skype.
Foo
and it's
Skypes
just-
all the time.
It's just not the same.
He does. It's so sad. Vicky, did we put the managers? We did put it on. Could you put it back just so?
Yeah, there it is.
There it
So
is.
Richard works for Mason Reese Management.
Yes.
And you looked up who Mason Reese
Yes,
is.
yes,
right? Yeah.
Mason Reese. Let's put Mason Reese's. Do you? I think that's 8 or 9. Yes, there he is.
That's Mason
There he is. That's
Reese.
Mason Reese. He had. I think he had over like 150 commercials and stuff he has
used to do
done.
the Douglas, the
Yes,
Mike Douglas
yes,
show, and he
yes.
was a big child actor.
The most recognizable popular child star of the 1970s. His television commercial and appearances combined with talent and a unique look captured him to pop idol status.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
He was on the Mike
That's
Douglas
awesome.
show, he was on a
Can
couple
you?
Brady
Yeah, there
Bunch
he is.
shows, yeah.
There's his TV
Yeah. So
TV
now,
cover.
what he was doing was they were finding these young talents before they found me. They were working, they
that
were
supposed to be
working with
funny?
these
Are you-
like 15-year-old kids and 12-year-old kids who were able to sing and stuff like that. And he protected them because he
was-
he was
He
uh,
experienced
he
it.
was screwed
would-
a little
yeah,
as a
yeah,
young as
yeah,
a child actor, which
yeah.
a lot of child
Yes,
actors were.
it's so sad.
he's-
It's
yeah,
so
but
sad.
he's
It's so
protective of
sad.
them.
Let's go through Lewis's photos and then we'll talk about their podcast.
That's persons of interest.
Persons of interest.
Yeah, with
It's a great show.
yeah, what was his name? The guy who played Christ in The Passion. That was Saved by the Bell.
Chris Cavelli.
Saved by the Bell.
Played-
That's a
Yes,
funny
he did.
one. That's a funny one. Okay, go
That's Saved
ahead.
by the
Johnny
Bell.
P.
That's the Johnny P show.
Johnny P. There we go. And this is Lucy, right?
Lucy Caracapo. We played last night at the
Yes.
Metropolitan Room.
Yes.
me and her.
Unbelievable show.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm
it
gonna
was a
go.
good
You
show.
gotta let me know next month when
Yeah,
you're gonna be
yeah,
there. I
we
would
do-
love
we
to go.
usually do it once a month.
I would love. What time does it start?
Oh,
Nice and early.
last night we did, usually we start at 9.
Okay.
Last night we tried 7 o'clock start, and it was a much better, it was a big house.
Oh, there's the best one.
Who's that?
Oh, who's that young girl?
Me and Lewis. Woo!
That was
okay.
at the, that was when.
That's when I met him.
Joe
We
Christie.
opened for Lou Christie and
Yes,
the Shirelles.
yes, and they were awesome that night.
Yeah.
They were awesome that night. And, you know, Lewis took my breath away that night because he was very gracious when I met you. You were very, very,
Yeah. And it was right before I went on.
I know, you were very gracious, and really, you really stole the show.
Oh,
You really
no,
stole the show.
stop it.
You did,
Did he-
Stop
you
it.
did.
right? He
You
runs.
did.
He takes
You
it
did.
and runs.
Well,
He steals
you know,
Stop it, keep going, keep going.
Bobby
Okay.
also spoke very highly of you.
Bobby
Yes.
Bobby
Baby Walker.
Oh, we hung out backstage
Yes,
the whole night
yes,
singing
yes.
songs.
Yes,
actually.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry he's not here. You guys will have to be on the show again, and we'll.
Yeah, he knew. You know, when they were sound checking, Lou Christie wasn't there when they were sound checking. They were just playing the music, so you didn't hear Lou Christie's voice. And he knew all the songs.
Yes.
He was singing every song that they sound checked.
Yes,
He
he
knew
is.
he
He's
knew
the
it.
best. He
That's
is the
cool.
best. So, Dean, tell us about your podcast.
All right, it's called Bronx Tales from a Bronx Male, and basically,
I'm a Bronx
I've
Male.
known Lewis for about 18 years. We've been writing songs together for a long time, and we're complete opposites in every aspect of the way. So that's probably why we write such great songs together. As one of your favorites, House on the Hills, we wrote
Yes,
together.
I like that.
All
I
right, so
listened to it.
I had this idea. I do a podcast called the Dean James Podcast, and I've always wanted to have Lewis on. Then I thought about, wow, I want to get a podcast going with Lewis. And I knew that if I just was able to bring a microphone and have Lewis just roll over off his bed and just talk in the microphone, I can get a
That was
podcast.
the only way I was going to do it.
Yeah,
If I ever
the
have
least
to-
amount of work possible.
Yeah.
No work.
And I knew that, because I know Lewis, I know how he is, but I knew he would do it. So
Right.
it started off, we're on our 10th week already, and I started off just me on a computer and a microphone, going to his house and waking him up basically, at 10:30 in the morning on Tuesday, you
I used to
know?
open up brushing my teeth in my boxes.
Yeah.
That's how I opened the door.
Already? You're
Matter of
here
fact, he called me
already?
last week because his daughter, his 21-year-old daughter, was coming with him this time, and he said, "Please don't open the door in your boxes." Trying to put on sweatpants.
That's awesome.
So anyway, it's been going great. Our views started off, our first one, we had 300 views, and now we're up to 1,200 views per
Wow.
podcast. And hopefully it just keeps growing. We have a few people investing in it and sponsoring us now, the Imperial Yacht Club. And Richard P. Radis, his management, is helping out now with the
Got
podcast.
involved, yeah. And we
Wow.
have some sponsors, so that pays for our lunch
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
And let me tell you, that is a big thing, because he can eat. But yeah, it's at Bronx. You could get it at bronxtales.com. Twitter is Dr. Greenleaf23. Alternative Primate is another site it's on. LewisVenaria.com.
Okay.
And just do a search for Bronx Tales and
Yeah.
iTunes. If you go to iTunes,
iTunes?
just search Louis Venaria or Bronx Tales
Okay.
Podcast.
Okay, we'll do that. I'm looking at the time, and I know that we have to. In a few minutes, we'll take a commercial. At the end, we'll. I know. I'm just telling. I'm letting everybody know we're running a little bit over, but we'll work it out. Don't worry about it. Because we really want to play a quick game. We really want to play a quick game because I know Lewis is going to be extraordinarily huge in the acting career and singing career because he just got it. That I want to prepare you for the Ellen show.
Okay.
So Ellen always does her.
Degenerate or the degenerates?
So take one of those.
Okay.
I'm going to give one to you too.
Gotta
I'm
use
just going to
this-
ask
you
the
gotta use
question.
the
Here,
stupidest
Judy.
picture in there from Saved by the Bell.
Best.
There's the one
So-
thing that's not on my resume, Saved by the Bell, and you found the damn picture of it. Okay.
Well, listen. I thought because I had a black hat on, it was like that's the
I played
the
a ticket.
no.
I actually played the ticket scalper in that.
No, and Ellen with the angel by her is the yes.
Yes,
Okay. So I'm going to just ask you questions, and if you answer yes, it's Ellen, and no, it's Lewis. Okay, they're really simple, silly questions, but I just thought it'd be fun.
I'm gonna say yes because I don't want to show this picture anymore.
But I really wanted to, I'm just getting you in the groove. When you
Okay.
go on Ellen, you can
have
say
to
to
be
Ellen,
prepared.
you can say to Ellen, I did this already on ReneMarie Stroke of Luck
Okay.
on
And I will
Madhouse
say that,
TV.
and I
So
will say that.
you'll be
So
pro
you'll
at
be
it.
prepared.
I will-
Okay.
I will say it.
So if you were single, which you are, I don't know if you are, but if you were, Judy, would you do The Bachelor or Bachelorette?
Oh, if I was single.
You might get a call.
I gotta show this picture. I gotta go this way.
No, you wouldn't do
I
it.
think it's the stupidest show on TV.
Thank God you say yes because they would have called you.
Oh,
gotta do
see,
it.
they would have called you.
I can't.
And Judy would do it. Yes, good.
I would do it.
Good.
I had
good.
a girl that used to watch that show, make me watch it. It was torture.
Okay. Would you like to travel around the world? No?
No, I like being home.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
I'm
too.
I'm a homebody.
But the only reason I would like to travel around the world is to meet people. Because I like to
I
meet
don't want to
people.
meet nobody, and I don't want to go anywhere.
That's why I had to go to the podcast to his house and
That's
do it.
why you have to do that.
That's it.
Judy, you want to meet yes and yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes and yes. So far,
All right.
no.
Two more. We'll just do two more because we have to cut out.
All right.
Is ice cream your favorite dessert? Oh, I didn't even know that your parents used to probably know.
Scoops.
Yeah.
He hates that too.
Judy, what's your favorite?
It's actually strawberry
Strawberry ice cream?
or
Dean?
pistachio.
I do love ice cream, is my favorite, but vanilla I like.
Vanilla? Okay.
No.
And? No? He's
Dessert,
probably tired of it.
I like a brunette with a lot of curves.
Okay, really, really quick. Do you sleep with the phone by your bed?
Yeah, you got me. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
90% of the world is doing
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to go to a quick break. We'll be right back, and Louis and Dean will be performing some, and I'm gonna sing a song with Dean as well. See you right back.
All right.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching, doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Stretching under sedation or manipulation under anesthesia is a very gentle, very precise procedure to very slowly release any scar tissue that is formed as a result of a traumatic injury. Many people ask, how does this work? Will I get hurt? Will you stretch me too far? We only stretch the body part to its normal range of motion. After completing the post-MUA rehabilitation program, it's very common that our patients say to us, hey, I can play ball with my kid again. Hey, I can bowl again. Hey, I can enjoy hiking again. This is what makes it rewarding to us as practitioners.
Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say. Time to make the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts are always fresh. I made the donuts. We make them at least twice every day. Time to make the donuts. Not a few kinds, like supermarket. Made the donuts. Time to make the donuts. But up to 52 varieties. The donuts. Time to make the donuts. I made the donuts. Dunkin' Donuts, up to 52 varieties, fresh day and night. No supermarket can say.
Check. Yep, I'm good.
Check. Here we go. Hello, welcome to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. The show goes so fast, doesn't it?
I had so much to say. It's gone already.
You gotta-
It's gone already.
It just so you'll have to come back. I hope you guys will come back. We'll have a blast all the time.
Can we do like a 3-hour show?
Yeah, absolutely,
good.
absolutely. And you know the funny thing is we have enough to talk about. We could keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking about everything. It doesn't because we wing it, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
So, Louis and Dean are going to be singing a really wonderful song. You know, I didn't mention this before because we're running out of time all the time. But I really believe that Louis is a storyteller when he sings. And he wrote this song, he just shared with me, Highlight of My Life, which he wrote about the IZOT Center.
No, it was inspired by ESPN, watching the highlights of sports. I'm a big sport fan. So.
Good, good. So we're going to roll right into here and
Thanks.
take it away.
Thank you, ReneMarie. What a game, I was in my prime, and how I shined. I was famed when I ripped a base hit down the line. This little leaguer in the crowd should have felt how I feel now. You are the highlight of my life. I realize when I hold you tight, you are the highlight of my life. Simple days and quiet nights, the highlight of my life was not the big hit in the ninth, but you are the highlight of my life. Gambling spree, well, I lost a stack on blackjack. Lucky me, I made it back. Playing craps, made 20 passes in a row. Should've known with every throw. You are the highlight of my life. I realize when I hold you tight, you are the highlight of my life. Simple days and quiet nights, the highlight of my life was not the time I held the dice, but you are the highlight of my life. All my stories of success don't compare with your head resting on my chest, running fingers through your hair. You are the highlight of my life. I realize when I hold you tight, you are the highlight of my life. Simple days and quiet nights, the highlight of my life. Make my triumph seem so trite, 'cause you are the highlight of my life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That was beautiful. Yes, but I want to thank Dean because you don't have to get up. But I just really want to thank you because I could tell you have the magical fingers. I could tell that you care about each. You care about each note you play. I really admire that. So. We're going to do a little You Don't Bring Me Flowers, and that is, I remember I watched Barbara Streisand when she was going to be on her live, I don't know if you saw it, out of her yard. She did a concert.
I remember that.
Yes. And I remember her saying about wanting to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She didn't do it as a tribute, she did it in honor of, she never wanted to compare herself to Judy Garland.
Right.
So, the same thing here. I never want to think that I could ever be a Barbara Streisand because she's an idol of mine.
Or Neil Diamond.
Or Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
So we're going to take it away. Here we go. We're going to try to do our best.
Talk to me anymore when I come through the door at the end of the day.
I remember when you couldn't wait to love me, used to hate to leave me. Now after loving me late at night,
when it's good for you, ReneMarie, when you're feeling alright,
why you just roll over and turn out the lights. You don't bring me flowers anymore.
used to be so natural.
Used to be.
Talk about forever. Used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away.
And baby, I remember all the things you taught me.
I learned how to laugh, and I learned how to cry.
When I learned how to love, and I learned how to lie.
So you think I can learn
So you
how to tell
think I could learn how to tell you goodbye.
you don't bring me flowers So you think I can learn how to tell you goodbye? You don't say you need me.
You don't sing in your songs.
You don't bring me flowers anymore. God, I want to cut my wrist.
We'll be right back.
After all the candles are blown out, after the last toast of the night, Cambridge paving stones with ArmorTech stand the test of time. Beautifully designed, built to last. Only Cambridge paving stones have ArmorTech, our unique process that produces a rich, distinctive color. Create your own memories with Cambridge paving stones. Visit CambridgePavers.com.
Cambridge paving stones with ArmorTech will always look like new.
This is Beth.
Hi. Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin. You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, GMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhousetv.
You are the man.
Guys, ready for the show? Yeah. Enjoy.
We must have started late. Hello, welcome to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. I cannot believe we're in the last segment of the show.
Went so
Right?
fast, yeah.
It was wonderful.
Flew by.
It was wonderful. You know, so before
Judy
we...
said it was wonderful. Did she ever stand here and say that was a horrible show?
No.
No.
Because
She's
Judy...
very positive.
Judy worked very hard on the shows. You know, like we were talking about before, the back end of shows. She's incredible. You know, I'm at work, and I got to work all day.
She's great.
And she is the one that
Well,
digs...
she called
and-
me and she gave me the directions and everything.
Yeah.
She took it. I spoke to her a couple of times.
Yeah.
She set
She's-
this up.
she's
Made it very
awesome.
easy for me.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Like Dean's podcast.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
easy.
The only thing I didn't do is drive over there and pick you up.
Yeah, next time.
Well, the next time we do this in a year, we're all going to be driven in a limo.
Oh, that sounds
together.
good. That sounds good.
And
From
we'll
your
have
mouth to
blood.
God's ears.
But while we're talking about making it, and you are on the way to making it.
Thank you.
I really believe that one day you will be in the actor's studio seat with James Lipton.
That's the name. I
James
couldn't
Lipton.
remember.
You'll be there. So really quick, I just want to ask you a few questions that he has asked to his guests.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. What is your favorite word?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
He's not allowed to say that.
Yeah.
I actually know what it is, but...
Yeah.
What's your favorite
I
word?
better not say it. I better not say it.
You can say it on that show, they'll blurb it out, so we won't say it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
no.
let's see.
You knew it was
What
that.
profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt? Aside from the acting and singing.
Oh,
What
wow.
would
That's
be
a
your
good-
career?
Yes, that question.
Yes,
I'd
that
like to
question.
know some of the answers.
It's on YouTube. Robin Williams answers the whole thing.
A gynecologist. No, an ice cream maker.
Yeah,
Because I
your
was
family.
that, yeah.
Okay, this is the last one, and then we'll go into singing.
Okay.
If heaven exists, this is the last one he always asks
Okay.
everyone. What would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
What are you doing here?
That's good.
That's a wonderful answer.
Let's go right into love.
Come and sing and join in and really have a great time. It's all about celebrating life. Let's go, everyone. L is for the way you look
O is for the only one I see.
P is very, very extraordinary. E
Is even more than anyone that you'll adore.
and love was more than I could give to you.
Love was more than just a name or two.
Two, your love can take it.
Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you.
Let's go, everyone. Let's dance. Come on. Come on. Come on.
You thought I was gonna dance with
I
you.
thought you were going to dance with me. Come on.
Are we doing a reverse? Are you going to start it? There we go. We're going to reverse it a little bit.
L is for the way I look at you.
You is for the way you look at me.
Oh, very good. V is very, very extraordinary.
E is even more than anyone that you adore and love.
Love was more than I can give to you.
Love was more than just a game or two.
Two in love can make it.
Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Go ahead.
Love was made for me and you.
Let's go together.
Love was made for me and Thank you, Renee.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Dean.
And thank you guys in there.
We're gonna roll into the song that I believe, but I want to say thank you to Louis, thank you to Dean, and so much thank you to Judy. We're gonna do a song that really means a lot to me.
We're gonna watch this.
No, you gotta come. You gotta. Here we go. Well, I can just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making my music, I can't do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop the fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. Let's go, everybody knows this. I believe in music, and I believe in love. Music is love and love is music, if you know what I mean. And people who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky. God loves it when you sing. Let's go. I believe in music, and I believe in love. Let's go one more time. I believe in music. That's it. See, it's easy. I believe in love. One more verse. Let's go. Music is a universal language, and love's the key to find brotherhood and peace and understanding and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it's really like to be young and rich and free. I believe in music. Keep singing. I believe in love. I believe in God bless everybody. Have a wonderful day. Have a stroke of luck. We'll see you next week. Let's go. Blow our kisses. I believe in love. I believe in music. And let's blow our kisses again. I believe in music. And go by him. Go by him. I believe in love. Go by Tom. Go. Keep going. I believe